name's Jan, and today I'm going to tell you something interesting about library. What flashes into your mind when the word library is mentioned? Well, what comes to my mind at the moment is its eternal building. The Beidou branch of Taipei Public Library is qualified to be the greenest library in Taiwan. How can it be? The large windows of the library let nature light and wind in, and therefore reduce the use of electricity. Moreover, the tiles of the roof can gather rainwater, which is then stored and used to flush the toilet. Okay, it is really a library of nature beauty, and I would like to visit there someday. Is library a building all the time? Not really. There is a mobile library bus. Mobile library bus is prevailed in Finland. It is well designed and enjoyed by all age groups. For example, this is a special design of, we can see it here. It is a special design of it. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems to be a shelf. There are mobile library buses in Taiwan as well. They drive to countryside, providing inhabitants there with complete service. Okay, and the main service of the library is to lend books and store books. Do you know that apart from traditional books, library also lends e-books as well? Helsinki Library in Finland is the first one to grab the tradition. This is the index of e-books database. Just a click, you can borrow e-books from the internet. And you will see this page after you open an e-book. Of course, it is borrower's duty to return the books back to the library in time. However, there must be some forgetful people who don't. As a result, a smart but cruel way is implemented in order to punish them. For example, New York's Social Library has uncovered and surprising borrower with overdue book. George Washington. In 1789, he borrowed 2 books from the library but failed to return them. In calculation, he has racked up $300,000 since for being 220 years late. So I have to tell you that library is really a fine place. By the way, if you borrow the books from the main library of NCKU but fail to return them in time, you will be fined as well. Like, I was fined $30 since I finally gave 2 books back 3 days after the deadline. It may not be difficult to know the regulation. $5 a day for an overdue book. There are many books in library. How can we find out the ones we want as soon as possible? We need a classification system. The category includes science, biology, social science, art, and so on. Without doubt, we all know that《红楼梦》should be classified into literature. Also, in Chinese class, we learn that this classical literature can be also called as 石头记, and therefore its English version, the title of its English version is translated into The Story of the Stone. It is said that in a library of London, this book is classified into science.
Why?
Because of stone. And library provides cozy atmosphere, quiet, optimum temperature. On the other side, sleepy atmosphere, especially in hot summer days. A professor who had experience of study abroad in Germany told us that only Asian students live in the library, whereas students from other areas considered it weird. People use library complex to describe a person who loves library very much. The well-known novelist of Japan, Sun Shang-Chun-Su, is a symbol. Library is a fantasy appears in the novel he writes, and the main character always falls in love with a girl in the library. So library can be a romantic place as well. Okay. In conclusion, library is really a fine place, but I'm not talking about money this time, but a true feeling in my heart. If you ask of me why I collect so much information about library, I'm not sure. Maybe I have library complex. Back to Kieran E.